Hello, Swatantra TV viewers. I am Mahima, welcoming you to our English bulletin with latest news, updates, and analysis. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday called the Congress government in Himachal Pradesh a Talabaz Sarkar for shutting down the Staff Selection Commission and said the party also intends to put a lock on Ayodhya's Ram Temple. Addressing a Vijay Sankalp rally in Nahan in Sirmaur district, the Prime Minister claimed a conspiracy is being hatched to snatch the reservation for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and other backward classes and give it to Muslims. The Prime Minister said the people of Himachal Pradesh live along the border and know the value of a strong nation. He assured the people that he won't let any harm come to them. Hitting out at the Congress over the dissolution of the Himachal Pradesh Staff Selection Commission, Modi said let alone giving 1 lakh jobs to the youth, the Congress put a lock on the Recruitment Commission. In February last year, the Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhulit state government disbanded the HPSSC whose functioning was suspended after a paper leak was detected in December 2022. In October last year, the state government notified the Himachal Pradesh Rajya Chayan Ayog to replace the Hamirpur-based HPSSC. The Calcutta High Court on Wednesday struck down as illegal the other backward class status of several classes in West Bengal granted since 2010, observing that the inclusion of 77 classes of Muslims in the list of backward categories was to treat them as vote bank. There are poor people in upper castes as well, Modi said. He said his government has provided 10% quota for the upper caste poor but did not snatch it from any other caste. Modi also targeted the Congress for not accepting the demand for one rank one pension.
साथियों, कांग्रेस ने 4 दशक तक फौजी परिवारों को 1 रैंक 1 पेंशन के लिए तरसाया और कांग्रेस ने कैसा मजाक उड़ाया। हमारे पूर्व सैनिकों की आंख में धूल झोंकी और ऐसा पाप करने में उनको शर्म भी नहीं आई। जब 2013 में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने मुझे प्रधानमंत्री का उम्मीदवार तय किया और मेरी पहली रैली पूर्व सैनिकों की हुई थी रेवाड़ी में, और रेवाड़ी में पूर्व सैनिकों के सामने मैंने वादा किया था, मैंने गारंटी दी थी कि मैं 1 रैंक 1 पेंशन लागू करूंगा। तो कांग्रेस वाले डर गए, ये मोदी ने नया खेल खेला है तो क्या करे। तो उन्होंने रातों रात अफरा तफरी में बजट में कहा कि हम भी 1 रैंक 1 पेंशन लागू करेंगे। लेकिन किया क्या, 500 करोड़ रुपए का टोकन डाल करके कह दिया कि 1 रैंक 1 पेंशन लागू करेंगे। ये हमारी फौज के साथ मजाक था, मजाक। ऐसे जैसे किसी बच्चे को कह दे ना कि कोई बात नहीं, शाम को तुझे मुंबई ले जाऊंगा और बच्चा सो जाए, ऐसा पाप किया था उन्होंने। जब मोदी है जिसने आकर के ओआरओपी लागू किया, 1 रैंक 1 पेंशन लागू किया, और उन्होंने 500 करोड़ में खेल खेला था 2014 का चुनाव जीतने के लिए, जिसका कोई मतलब नहीं था। मोदी ने जब 1 रैंक 1 पेंशन ओआरओपी लगाया, 1.25 लाख करोड़ रुपया हम फौजियों को दे चुके हैं।
West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on Friday hit out at Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his sent by God comment, albeit without naming the country's top leader. Speaking at an election rally in Mathurapur in the Sundarban area of South 24 Parganas district, she claimed that faced with the phobia of a certain election defeat, BJP leaders were saying all kinds of things that made no sense. Dripping with sarcasm, Banerjee, in an oblique reference to Prime Minister Modi, said that he is now calling himself the son of God. He claims that he doesn't have biological parents. He says he has been sent by God. She wondered whether God sent someone to orchestrate riots or spread lies through advertisements or jail people. The Chief Minister's remark came in the backdrop of Modi's interview to a national TV channel where he reportedly said, until his mother was alive, he used to think he was born biologically. After her demise, when he looked at his experiences, he said he was convinced that he was sent by God. This strength is not from my body. It has been given to him by God. That's why God also gave him the ability, strength, pure-heartedness, and inspiration to do this. I'm nothing but an instrument that God has sent. Banerjee further ridiculed Modi for BJP spokesperson Sambit Patra's controversial remark about Lord Jagannath being a devotee of the Prime Minister, which Patra had later retracted.
দ্বিতীয়ত প্রত্যেকটা মিথ্যে কথার বিজ্ঞাপন দেওয়া হচ্ছে। তৃতীয়ত মনে রাখবেন, গাড়ি গাড়ি টাকা আর কারি কারি টাকা দিয়ে ভোট কেনার চেষ্টা হচ্ছে। কিছুক্ষণ আগেও আমি দেখলাম কাজ করিয়ে, এটা দিল্লির কাজ, কাজ করিয়ে 100 দিনের টাকা দিল না আমার 59 লক্ষ পরিবারকে। 100 দিনের কাজে আমরা বারবার বলা সত্ত্বেও দিল না, কিন্তু তা সত্ত্বেও আমরা কিন্তু তাদের টাকাটা তাদের পরিবারকে দিয়ে দিয়েছি। আমরা 3-4 মাস আগে দেব বলেছিলাম, আমরা দিয়ে দিয়েছি।
Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge on Friday accused the Narendra Modi government of looting the country's water, forest and land in the past 10 years as had been done by the British. Kharge also alleged that the Saffron Party has been dividing the country along religious lines while, he claimed, Congress always united Hindus and Muslims. Like the British, the Modi government looted water, forest and land of the country in 10 years. PM Modi handed over the country's assets to his billionaire friends. The Congress faced the British and it is not afraid of the BJP, Kharge said while addressing a rally in Jharkhand's Deoghar. The Congress unites Hindu and Muslims, while Modi divides Hindus and Muslims, he said. The Congress leader urged the people to save the constitution by showing the exit door to the Saffron Party's government at the centre. He said that if voted to power, the Congress would implement a separate Sarna religious code for TR1BILS. Referring to former Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren, Kharge said that Modi sent a tribal chief minister behind bars before polls. Jharkhand people will avenge this injustice. The Congress will undertake a caste survey to deliver justice to people, he said. Kharge was campaigning for Pradeep Yadav of Congress, who is contesting from Godda Lok Sabha seat which is going to polls on 1st June.
उसके अलावा अंग्रेजों ने आदिवासियों की जल, जंगल, जमीन पर कब्जा करने की कोशिश की, भ्रष्ट जमींदारों की फौज तैयार की जो लोगों से जबरन कई गुना लगान वसूलने का काम करती थी। पिछले 10 साल में मोदी जी ने भी अंग्रेज की तरह झारखंड की जल, जंगल, जमीन पर कड़ा प्रहार किया है। देश के सारे जरूरी जल, जंगल और जमीन अपने करीबी 20-25 मित्रों को उन्होंने देकर रखा है। और इस देश में जितने भी पोर्ट है, एयरपोर्ट है, रोड है, हाईवे है, रेल है, सारे बड़े बड़े पब्लिक सेक्टर्स जो पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी के जमाने में तैयार हो गए थे, वो एक एक करके मोदी जी बेच रहे हैं।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has accepted that excise policy case is wrong, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on Friday claimed and said everyone arrested in the matter should be released. Addressing a virtual press conference, Kejriwal said the BJP has been screaming that there has been a scam. They are screaming for 2 years that there is a liquor scam, claiming it was to the tune of 100 crore rupees, but not even a penny has been recovered, said Kejriwal, who is out on interim bail till 1st June in the case. Yesterday, the PM was asked in an interview that Kejriwal was saying that no evidence has been found in the case. The PM said no money was found because Kejriwal is an experienced thief. He accepted that no recovery was made, he added. To hide it, he said, Kejriwal is an experienced thief. This is just an excuse to prove the wrong arrests right. When you have accepted that excise scam is wrong, please release those who have been arrested, said the Aam Aadmi Party national convener.
मेरी माँ बहुत बीमार रहती है, वो कई बीमारियों का शिकार है। मोदी जी 21 मार्च को आपने जब मुझे गिरफ्तार किया था, उसी दिन दोपहर को वो अस्पतालों से कुछ दिनों के बाद लौटी थी छुट्टी लेके। मेरे पिताजी 85 वर्ष के हैं, उन्हें ठीक से सुनाई भी नहीं पड़ता। क्या आपको लगता है मेरे माता पिता गुनहगार हैं? अपनी पुलिस से उनकी पूछताछ क्यों करवा रहे हैं? मेरे बूढ़े और बीमार माता पिता को क्यों प्रताड़ित कर रहे हैं? आपकी लड़ाई मुझसे है। मेरे माता पिता को प्रताड़ित करना बंद कर दीजिए। भगवान सब कुछ देख रहा है। आज मैं प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के लिए एक संदेश, एक अपील देना चाहता हूं। प्रधानमंत्री जी, आपने मुझे झुकाने और तोड़ने की अभी तक बहुत कोशिशें की। आपने एक एक करके मेरे कई विधायकों को गिरफ्तार किया, लेकिन मैं नहीं टूटा। फिर आपने मेरे मंत्रियों को गिरफ्तार किया, लेकिन आप मुझे नहीं झुका पाए। फिर आपने मुझे गिरफ्तार कर लिया।
The Supreme Court on Friday refused an NGO's plea to issue the Election Commission directions to upload polling station-wise voter turnout data on its website during the Lok Sabha polls, saying a hands-off approach needs to be adopted during the elections. A vacation bench of Justices Dipankar Datta and Satish Chandra Sharma said it cannot issue any such directions at the moment as 5 phases of polling have concluded and to remain, and it would be difficult for the poll panel to mobilize manpower. The top court adjourned the interlocutory application filed by the Association for Democratic Reforms to be listed before the regular bench after the elections and pointed out that prima facie it appears the prayers in the application are similar to the main petition pending since 2019 on the issue. Granting any relief in interlocutory application will amount to granting relief in the main petition which is pending, the bench said. It said it needs to understand the ground reality and not overburden the poll panel by changing the process midway. The poll panel has said that there is no legal mandate to provide Form 17C to any person other than the candidate or his agent. YSR Congress Party General Secretary Sajjala Ramakrishna Reddy has questioned the Election Commission of India how the video, in which MLA Pinelli Ramakrishna Reddy was seen breaking an EVM at a polling booth in Macherla on 13th May, leaked out. The Election Commission and police have been facing criticism for their failure to control the law and order situation in Palnadu, including preventing the damage of EVM. The Election Commission and the police were blamed for initiating measures on the EVM smashing by MLA Pinelli Ramakrishna Reddy 7 days after the polls and the release of the video on social media platforms. The leaders of the YSR Congress came down heavily against the Election Commission for the release of the only footage of EVM destruction in the Macherlas. Similarly, the Telugu Desam leaders also raised their voices against the police department's failure, and this became a hot topic in political circles. A depression in the Bay of Bengal is likely to concentrate into a severe cyclonic storm and make landfall between Sagar Island in West Bengal and Khepupra in Bangladesh around 26 May midnight, bringing heavy rain in the coastal districts of the state, the Met Department said on Friday. The system, which lies over Central Bay of Bengal, about 810 kilometers south of West Bengal's Canning, is likely to concentrate into a cyclonic storm by 25th May morning, the Met said. Moving in a northward direction, the system will further concentrate into a severe cyclonic storm by 25th May evening, the Weather Office said. The severe cyclonic storm is very likely to cross West Bengal and Bangladesh coasts between Sagar Island and Khepupra around midnight of 26th May, it said. The weather system will bring heavy to very heavy rain in the coastal districts of West Bengal on May 26th and 27th, the Met said. The Met Office warned of heavy to very heavy rain on May 26th and 27th in Kolkata, South and North 24 Parganas, Purba Medinipur and Hawja districts. It warned of gusty wind reach ING 90 to 100 km per hour in South 24 Parganas, 80 to 90 km per hour in Purba Medinipur on these days, while in Kolkata, North 24 Parganas and Hawja it will reach 60 to 70 km per hour. The weather office warned fishermen not to venture into the sea in North Bay of Bengal till 27th May morning. A passenger was arrested here for allegedly attempting to open the door of a flight from Indore to Hyderabad midair, police said on Friday. The incident took place on 21st May. A 29-year-old flyer allegedly tried to open the door midair and argued with the airline staff minutes before the flight was to land at Rajiv Gandhi International Airport here, police said, based on the complaint filed by the airline staff. After the flight landed at RGIA, the airline staff lodged a complaint against the passenger, based on which a case was registered against him and he was arrested. The accused is reportedly suffering from health issues and medical reports were submitted. Considering this, station bail was granted to him, a police official at RGI Airport Police Station said on Friday. Police said the passenger, a resident of Chandragirinagar in Gajulramaram here, had gone to Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh along with his friend and had boarded the flight to Hyderabad from Indore. The airline staff and some co-passengers had tried to stop him from opening the door after they found his behavior weird, and it is said that he had allegedly consumed an edible preparation made from the psychotropic cannabis plant before boarding the flight, police added. In a tragic incident, an Indian student here has died after he met with a bike accident. Bilem Achyut from Andhra Pradesh was a student at the State University of New York and passed away in a bike accident Wednesday evening. He hailed from Andhra Pradesh. Saddened to learn about the untimely demise of Bilem Achyut, a student at SUNY who met with a bike accident and passed away yesterday evening, the Consulate General of India said in a post on X. The incident is the latest in a series of reported accidents involving Indian origin students in the US. Hyderabad software engineer Abbaraju Prithvi Raj was reportedly killed in a road accident in North Carolina on 14th May. On the same day, three 18-year-old Indian American teens died in Alpharetta, Georgia, in a single vehicle accident that also left two others injured. Two 19-year-olds from Telangana studying in the US were previously killed in a night road accident in the state of Arizona on 20th April. The incident comes amid a spike in the deaths of Indian origin students in the US. Earlier, in April, an Indian student, who had been missing since March this year, was found dead in the US state of Ohio, the Consulate General of India in New York said. Previously, this February, an Indian student faced a brutal attack in Chicago. Equity benchmark indices Sensex and Nifty scaled new peaks on Friday in intraday deals before closing marginally lower due to profit booking in FMCG, IT, and healthcare stocks. A weak trend in global equities weighed on the sentiments, but renewed foreign capital inflows and stable crude oil prices in international markets supported the markets, traders said. Markets were on a record-breaking rally for the second straight day ahead of the results of Lok Sabha polls on 4th June. In a highly volatile trade, the 30-share BSE Sensex dipped 7.65 points or 0.01% to settle at 75,410.39. During the day, it rallied 218.46 points or 0.28% to hit its all-time intraday high of 75,636.50. Markets ended flat in a sluggish trading session as investors preferred to stay on the sidelines due to weak global cues. As it was the last trading day of the week, investors didn't want to increase exposure to equities and rather followed global cues. From the Sensex firms, Tech Mahindra, Asian Paints, Tata Consultancy Services, Mahindra & Mahindra, Titan, JSW Steel and ITC were among the major laggards. On the other hand, HDFC Bank, Bharti Airtel, Larsen & Toubro, NTPC, Axis Bank and Ultratech Cement were the major gainers. Gautam Adani Group firm Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone will replace IT major Wipro in BSE's benchmark index Sensex from 24 June, according to an official announcement on Friday. Foreign institutional investors turned buyers on Thursday after days of offloading equities. They bought equities worth 4,670.95 crore rupees on Thursday, according to exchange data. Thank you for watching Swatantra TV English Bulletin. For a complete and comprehensive English news bulletin, please do watch Swatantra TV every day. This is Mahima, signing off. Keep watching Swatantra TV.